Thank you, Kristen. That was powerful. Now I would like to welcome, again from Pro-Life San Francisco, Robert Byrd. Welcome, Robert.
Hello everybody, my name is Robert Byrd and I'm the Executive Coordinator of Pro-Life San Francisco. When I first learned about the fact that the remains from aborted fetuses are used in medical research experiments, I was shocked, but it was surprising to me. There was still more to learn. Studies published in publications such as the Journal of Clinical Investigation, eLife, and many others, also linked on the National Institutes of Health website, clearly state that the organs transplanted into the bodies of mice and used in all sorts of other experiments came from elective abortions, and they were, at least as far as we've seen, as old as 24 weeks. We know these cases couldn't have used digoxin, KCL, or any other sort of feticide to kill the child prior to dismemberment. And we know from scientists who have been cited by even UCSF abortionists that they do feel pain at 24 weeks. That is not a controversial statement. It is indisputable. Dr. Daniel Grossman has pointed to old research by a scientist named Stuart Derbyshire, research several years old, in order to make the claim that fetuses probably don't feel pain until birth, until the period of labor, in order to justify his work, in order to possibly salve his conscience. But the most recent published information on fetal pain by Stuart Derbyshire, along with John Bachman, published in the Journal of Medical Ethics in 2019, states that yes, there's like a consensus. They feel pain at 24 weeks, and it's likely beforehand as well. There is no excuse for a 5.5-month-old baby it's extremely hard to comprehend. These babies should be given care. They should be valued. Everybody should be fighting for the mothers and families, fighting for every pregnant person and every child in utero. But rather than value them for the people they are, for their humanity, they're being valued for their spare parts. These research scientists at UCSF labs are waiting for the deaths of the child. They're not just happening upon remains after an abortion and saying, oh, well, these parts are just here, so they might as well be put to use. No, the donor consent form for handing over the fetal remains is signed before the abortion procedure. Those scientists are waiting for live children to be killed, just knocking on the door of the abortion facility, waiting for those organs. This cannot be justified. This cannot go on any longer. And the University of California must change their policy. We as a community, as a local community, have to be able to come together to say that we cannot create a demand for aborted remains for medical research projects, especially for the fact that there are ethical alternatives that can be used now, further developed. They can retool their studies if they're dependent on some sort of time frame for organs, so that they can make use of the ethical alternatives, such as the neonatal thymus tissue mouse that was developed using discarded surgery tissues from newborn hospital patients with an overabundance of thymus. There are so many things that we can be pushing to advance science and advance human rights at the same time. Let's commit to that. Let's hold the University of California accountable. And Regents, we are looking for a response from you. We have been coming to your public comment sessions since the fall of 2019, and we haven't heard anything. No questions sent our way. We need you to investigate whether the infants born alive here at UCSF are being accounted for. They have failed to demonstrate compliance with the law, California Health and Safety Code 123435, and the federal Born Alive Infants Protection Act. Look into this. We demand answers. Thank you.